And in this video, we're going to talk about the wood destroying insect post-construction disclosure documents. This information is given to you prior to a wood destroying insect treatment. This information is required in some states. You need to get with your state regulatory agency to see what state you're getting. Today, we're going to go over the Texas wood destroying insect disclosure document, what's required to be given to you prior to a treatment itself. We'll go over the form. I'm going to go over what it says on this form and what is required by definition on this form that's given to you. When an estimate of proposal for all wood destroying insect treatments, excluding carpenter ants. Carpenter ants can be defined as a pest or a wood destroying organism. A lot of times when you see carpenter ants around the house, they just might be foraging, or they may be nesting in the wall. They might not be actually doing actual damage to the home or structure. So that's why it's excluded on this form. So it could be treated like a regular pest, like any other ant itself. When an estimate proposal of wood destroying insect treatment is submitted to a consumer, such as yourself, the pest control company must provide, again, the state of Texas, must provide the following written disclosure information. For all treatments, there will be a diagram showing exactly what will be treated. So, right here, got the diagram, and it must be showing all the information to be treated. Treatment specifications and warranties for those treatments may vary widely. In another video, I talked about contracts and warranties itself. You might want to review that. But again, it could be just a general handshake, just be in a specific area of where it was treated. Might be have just a retreatment warranty or retreatment damage warranty. Again, go to my other video, I'll explain that. A pesticide label will be given to you must be given to you what they're going to use to treat the termites, to treat the wood destroying insect. If you review the label provided to you for minimum treatment specifications. The label of the chemical is a federal law. They have to follow label directions exactly, so read that over. Documentation shall also include, but not limited to, a diagram of the structural, including numerical perimeter measurements of the entire structure. No scaling, as accurate as practical. So basically, when they draw this out for you, your structure you're living in or whatever, or business, whatever, they need to draw it out and write out the almost approximate linear measurements on there. So again, let's say the outside wall here is 45 feet. They'd have to write down 45 feet on each, whatever side it is, to show the actual practical around the area. It doesn't have to be, it could be within plus or minus 10 feet or so, whatever. But again, it has to be close as possible. Areas of active wood destroying insect activity or previous activity. So on this diagram here, they're going to say, it says up here, active or previous infestation. And over here on this part of it here shows what type of insect is actually destroying, eating your house or structure. So they have to put A or P with the definition of the type of insect. So if it's like a subterranean termite previous, it'll be SP here. If it's active, it'll be SA on the diagram of where it is. The areas to be treated. So on this diagram, they have to, it's right here on this is notated on the graph the areas to be treated, and they've got some codes here like drilled, trenched, rotted, bait stations, or barrier treatment. They have to put those areas where they treated. Let's say they treated on the outside of here, so they would be trenched. They trenched on the outside of the wall, so it'd be an O showing this area here. Let's say it was drilled. Let's say there's a area between the your patio and the your house that maybe have termite access to the inside of the house. They need to show the drills, and that would be by an X, and they know show exactly how many drill holes that they need to make on there. So if there's across here like a front patio separated from the house, they drilled there. They need to show if they put down 10 drill holes on this, they have to put down 10 X's showing what it is. If there was a bath trap cut, they should need a bath trap cut here and where the chemical was applied. So all that detailed information needs to be on this diagram. Next is areas conducive to condition infestation by wood destroying insects. That section here is right here of conducive conditions. I guess a good definition, the state doesn't have a written definition of what a conducive condition is, but a conducive condition really is something that would be favorable for the wood-stored insects to be in that area or attract to that area. And some of the examples here are wood-to-ground contact next to the structure. Again, wood-to-ground contact, that's what the termites are looking for, is wood. So if it's on the ground right next to the structure, it could maybe draw those termites or other wood-storing insects to the prey. Form boards left in place, again, wood contact between slab and the main structure of the house. Cellulose debris, footing too low. If the footing may be too high above or the swinging too low, there's a soil above the grade. The termites can come up through there without you knowing it to come and make it conducive, except the moisture around the house. Also see my other video about conducive conditions, what to look for in my video. But again, those are some of the areas of conducive conditions. Construction details or other information about construction relevant to the treatment of proposal. There are some things that are maybe different than house and other types of construction that may need to be listed on there and be proposed. Again, like an attached a new add-on to the home with a separate pour, showing that there's maybe a conducive condition with a slab up under the carpet or something that needs to be treated. So that needs to be listed if that's on there. The concentration of any liquid pesticide application to be used. I mean, they have, if you read the label, there's different concentrations for how to mix the chemical, and they cannot list anything, use anything below that concentration when they treat your structure. So make sure you understand the label. Ask the pest control company exactly what concentration they'll be using. The minimum number of baiting systems installed. Another type of treatment is baiting for the termites. So again, what they'll do is put a station in the ground next to your structure, and how that works is they'll add a little bait to it. Hopefully they'll come up and feed on that baiting system. Then once that happens, they'll put the actual pesticide with the bait. Then what happens, they come and feed, send it out to the other colonies and wipe out the colony. That's how it's supposed to work. Or square footage of a physical barrier installed. This is a new type of way of doing it. Could be a mesh screen, like a screen door type of thing, or any type of other physical barrier that keeps the termites out. Another thing could be there's a size grit they can put into the bath trap area where the termites cannot come through it. Well, that is a physical barrier, something that's not a chemical barrier itself. That's what that means. The consumer is advised to review all the information in the pesticide label for explanation of the proposed treatment and compare this with any other proposal or estimate they may receive. So I would suggest on any termite treatment or any wood destroying insect treatment that you get at least 3 different companies to come out, get different proposals, see how they're different, whatever, like that. If you have questions on that, you can contact me. I will be very helpful to kind of go over those things with you.
Bob is available to answer your questions and concerns about your urban pest control issues. Reach out to Bob by emailing him at bob@sitwithbob.com. Bob Sprague is not an attorney, or does he provide legal advice, nor does he treat or spray for pests. He does not consult specifically about bedbugs. Bob is not a toxicologist or able to provide specific advice regarding toxicology.